Howdy y'all, today we're going to talk about the 4 reasons, not the 3, not the 5, the 4 reasons why the gutter home service business is better than any other trade. Reason number 1 is the average ticket is large enough that you can scale it. There are services out there that cost really, really low to get into. I'm talking like sub $500, window washing, pressure washing, or gutter cleaning. All these things require like a ladder and some smaller hand tools, but I'm talking like sub $500 to get started. The issue with them is they're really, really hard to scale because the average ticket is so small, right? With the average ticket being $200-$300, you got to do a bunch of those jobs in a day in order to make money yourself, pay technicians, pay all the expenses, the insurances, all that good stuff that goes along with it. It just gets really, really difficult to scale. And then when you start thinking about having managers in place who are making $60,000 to $100,000 a year, right? It's really, really difficult to just give that money as a salary and have them not producing income because the average ticket is so small. So seamless gutter is a great mid ticket, all right? It's not roofing where it's $25,000, $30,000 average tickets. It's $3,000 to $5,000 on almost every single job. Our average ticket runs $3,400, okay? So you can scale this really, really well. Your crews can pump out $5,000, $6,000 per day in total revenue, which allows there to be enough meat on the bone to pay your technicians really, really well. Our leads make $1,500 to $2,000 a week. Pay a sales rep. Our sales reps make about $2,000 to $2,500 per week selling. Leaves room on the bone to have an admin answering the phones, doing all the scheduling, all that good stuff, but then also have managers in place, a sales manager and a general manager and a production supervisor, okay? All these roles are not like income producing, okay? Yes, they manage the income producers, but they're not producing income. You got to have some meat on the bone with those revenues in order for it to make sense, all right? So number 1 is it is a large enough ticket that it is scalable. Reason number 2 why gutter is the best home service business to get into is the average ticket is low enough that it's a really easy sale. We're not going in asking for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 like a plumber, like an HVAC, like a roofer. Those are big tickets that it takes a special salesperson to sell, okay? Our headquarters does roofing as well, and that is a much different sales process than seamless gutter is, okay? And I've learned it takes a very special person to be able to say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, your roof is $30,000. All we need is $15,000 to get started today, okay? That is not normal lingo for normal human beings to say. It is very uncomfortable, and the customer can sense that. Seamless gutters, when it's a $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 project, it's very, very simple to say, Mrs. Smith, your price is this much. All we need is this much to get started, okay? It's a more reasonable number that people deal with every single day. So easier to sell the product. Reason number 3 why seamless gutters is the best trade to get into is it is the simplest to learn and to train others how to do. Okay, it's really, really simple to train people how to sell seamless gutter. It's really, really simple to train people how to install seamless gutter. And then all the other clerical stuff is already taught throughout the entire world. Teaching people how to sell and teaching people how to install is extremely simple. We can have guys spun up in 2 days where they are an asset on the production truck. For 2 days, they spend time learning everything that is seamless gutters in our office, okay? Watching videos, taking tests, doing the thing, and then they show up on the job site and they just learn the speed, all right? They know what everything is. They just have to get the reps in and get comfortable doing it. That's it. They're an asset. They're not stopping the real income producers and saying, hey, what is this part? How does this work? They don't have to do that anymore because we've done that all in the office with them. It's all done with video. So it doesn't take any of our employees or my time to train people. That's because it's so darn simple that I can teach it all through video and through testing to make sure that they're doing it. That's it. Reason number 4, and my favorite, honestly, is the low liability, okay? When you do HVAC, you have carbon monoxide issues. When you do plumbing, you have major leak issues, right? You have sewer gas issues. When you do roofing, you could damage someone's entire house, and that's a huge risk, all right? Gutter, your biggest issue is people cutting themselves. How often are people up on their roof where they're going to be cutting themselves on the aluminum that you just installed, okay? You could, I guess, play that your gutter could fall down and crash and kill somebody, right? But if you do your job and do it the way that you're supposed to, that is never gonna happen. All right, very, very low liability. For me, that is a major, major bonus that I don't have to go to bed worrying about if something is gonna happen on one of my installs. Did one of my technicians mess something up that's gonna cost somebody their life? We don't have to worry about any of that. So super low liability. So there you have it, y'all. That is the 4 reasons why seamless gutter is the best trade to get into. Hope that you enjoyed this. Love y'all. God bless. Win bigly.